In our previous class, we understood metals, how they occur in the lithosphere or in the earth crust. Metals are reactive, therefore they occur not in the free state, in the combined state, where in the lithosphere or rocky area or in the earth crust. Now when the metals occur in the combined state, now I want metal for my everyday use. How to get the metal? So first we take the in what form metal is there in the earth crust. Okay, so we dig that land. So we collect a that sample. Then we will analyze. Okay, so after the analysis, we will come to know that how much percentage of particular metal is there in that what rocky area. Then we go for this area is rich in the iron, this area rich in gold, this area rich in the silver or the copper or the aluminum, whichever is applicable. Then that becomes what? That becomes mineral. Okay, so metal which occurs in the combined state in the earth crust is called as what? Mineral. But see, I told in the previous class that in Bijapur also iron occurs in the mineral form, and in the Bengaluru also iron occurs in the mineral form, and in the Kudremukha, Chikmagalur of our Karnataka, iron occurs in the mineral form. But if you collect the three samples from Bijapur, from Bangalore, and from Kudremukha, so if you go to the laboratory and analyze, you will come to know that the percentage of iron in the Kudremukha mineral is more than the Bangalore and the Bijapur. So all three are called as minerals. But in which mineral the percentage of iron is more? In the Kudremukha, Chikmagalur soil mineral, percentage of iron is more, and that becomes the ore. Okay, so first we'll go and survey among all the minerals in which mineral the percentage of metal is more, that becomes the ore. Okay, one more example. Only in the Kolar we find rich amount of gold. So that mineral, gold mineral becomes the gold ore. But same gold mineral is also available in what? In Hatti gold mines near Raichur, but there the percentage is less. So that is the second place. Okay, so like that, depend upon the percentage of metal in a particular mineral, that is called, that becomes what? Ore. Okay, so ore is a mineral. Ore is a mineral from which we take out the metal, and this process is called as what? This process of extracting the metal from its ore is called metallurgy or extraction of metals, right? Because we need everyday metals, therefore we have to extract. But see, to extract, again there are some conditions. What? We should go for a simple method, we should go for the cheap method, we should go for the easy method. So all factors are seen here. So keeping in mind all these factors, we go for such a suitable method where it is economically profitable. Okay, and from the working part it should be comfortable, convenient. So all these points are taken care, then we go for a suitable method to take out the metal from the ore, and this is called as what? This is called as metallurgy. So I welcome for today's session on, okay, right, the scientific principles and the physical and the chemical processes that are applied to obtain pure metals from their ores are known as metallurgy. This branch of chemistry where we study how to take out the metal from their ores, that is called as what? Metallurgy. In other words, the process used for the extraction of metals in their pure form from their ores conveniently, easily, profitably is referred to as metallurgy. Okay, but the extraction of metal from its ore depends on three factors. Number one, the type of ore being used. I told you, you have to go for the best ore, principal ore, main ore, first grade ore, where the percentage of the metal is more. Okay. Second is what? the nature of the impurities present in the ore. Now, see, we are getting the metal from the ore. Where it occurs? Where it occurs? Ore occurs in the earth crust normally. Okay. Now, in the earth crust means what? There are some impurities, no? Clay impurities, sand impurities, other impurities, earthen impurities. So, what type of impurities are there which are associated with the ore? That also matters whether it can be easily taken out, because if you want a metal, first you remove the impurity. No, impurities we don't want. We want the pure metal. So when we want the pure metal, other things are not important for us. So they become the what impurities. Therefore, first you take a small sample of the ore, check it in the laboratory. We will come to know what type of impurity is there. So accordingly, we go for the suitable method to remove this impurity. Which chemical I have to use? Which method I have to use? Okay. Therefore, second factor is what? Second factor is the nature of the impurities associated with the ore. Now see here, third factor, the degree of the reactivity of the metal that is to be extracted. So now we understood what impurity is there. Now which metal we are extracting? Whether am I extracting gold? Am I extracting the silver? Am I extracting the copper? Am I extracting the iron or sodium? That you have to check, because if I am extracting sodium, now sodium belongs to what? Sodium belongs to most reactive metal. Oh, it is most reactive. So the bond is very strong because it's most reactive. So then I have to use a special strong method. If it is a moderate reactive, so that means in the combined state bond is not so strong. So with a small amount of energy, with a simple chemicals, we can take out the metal. Excuse me. And if the metal belongs to least reactive like a gold and platinum, so when they are least reactive, they will not have a strong attachment, strong attraction force with impurity. So with less labor, we can remove the metal. That means nature of metal also very important. Factor number 1, okay, which ore we are using. Factor number 2, what type of impurities are there with the ore. Factor number 3, what is the nature of the metal. Okay, all these 3 points are checked, then you go for the suitable method. This is the flow chart, okay, which will explain how the metal is extracted from the ore. Okay, so this is called concentration of ore. Okay, what is concentration? It is a purification. Okay, or it is dressing of ore. So we take from the earthen area. So we remove the clay, mud, sand, rocky area. Okay, then we purify. That is all called what? Concentration. Or before that, we powder, we crush, we grind. Okay, then we dissolve in the water. Heavy particles are taken out separately. From that, again, by adding some chemicals, other impurities are removed. So all these, that means removing impurities step by step. That process is called what? Concentrating. I am concentrating. For this, one more example. 2 glass of water. Okay, in one glass, 10 tablespoonful of sugar is there. In the other glass, only 2 tablespoonful of sugar is there. Now, which sugar solution is called as the more concentrated? It is the glass of water which contains 10 tablespoonful of sugar. It is sugar content is more. So concentration of sugar is more in that glass. So it is called as concentrated sugar solution compared to the other one. So here also, what is concentration? Concentration means what? We make the percentage of metal more by removing the impurities. Step number 1, step that depends upon the many steps are there. We learn afterwards. So removing impurities step by step so that percentage of metal becomes more in the ore. That is called concentration of an ore. So that again depends upon what? Ore contains metal belongs to what category? Whether it is metals of most reactivity, moderate reactivity, or least reactivity. Accordingly, we follow the methods. These are the methods. All these are methods for the moderate. These are methods for the least reactive. Ultimately, at the end, we get a pure metal. Pure metal. If it is not a pure metal, if it is 90%, again go for the refining. Okay. This is already gone for the electrolysis. Almost we get in the pure condition. So kindly go through this flow chart. So we take exact example in the next class, and then we study how the metal is extracted stepwise. Till then, keep smiling and have a nice time.